stand together and fight this disease.
I come this way before, travel with an open door, circumstances navigate the path, and life happened all so fast. No, it got lonely sometimes, you see, I know we couldn't make it, even when I'm offbeat, I still land on my feet, and nothing can shake me, cause I know life took a hold on. I never. This is where I am destined to be. I'm not ready to give up. I believe in the miracle of life. Life's a play with no rehearsal. Learn quickly, they'll come for your role. Games can play, can't take it personal. Cause the devil is a liar. Telling you the truth, hey. It's all in what you do, hey. Some things you gotta do, hey. It's fight for millions, take a second, see the blessing in it. With much expected, much is given. Wanna make the living, now I'm giving back to children. Never let the power come first before your happiness, yes. You can be the best if you go the distance. Mix a little sweat with your persistence. You know that the best things are never instant. Just shine up, let them see your brilliance. Get up, open up your eyes now. It's the moment of truth. No backing down. We're bringing it tonight. Oh, for the children, it's a given. You gotta give it, be a blessing.
This my personal statement. Run the game like I'm aces. Learn to develop patience, determined to be the greatest. Yeah, bobbing and weaving, they changing up like the seasons. Indigenous to the grind, so I do it for all my people. Jabbing the competition, back up against the ropes. You fighting for recognition. I'm fighting just to promote equality where we lacking. Or cancer slowing our road. I'm confident we'll make it. We focus on common goals. Yeah.
Give back, give love, give insight away. Never give up, stand tall to fight another day. 2 toes, 2 feet, I stand on the ground. I'm going past on and fight this final round. Life's a fight for no person. Learn quickly, they'll come for your role. Can't get play, can't take it personal. Cause the devil is a lie. Telling you the truth, hey. It's all in what you do, hey. Some things you gotta do, hey. I'm gonna share all that I have and give to those in need. So we're gonna win this battle, fight that disease. No one can support children leading hearts and young. We got to keep it open. I love you. Yay.
Oh my God.
Cancer is killing, millions and millions of people. Me and my team, along with Sam Watson and his team, we're going to stand together and fight this disease.
I come this way before, travel with an open door, circumstances navigate the path, and life happened all so fast. No, it got lonely sometimes, you see, I know we couldn't make it, even when I'm offbeat, I still land on my feet, and can shake me, cause I know life took a hold of me. I never. This is where I am destined to be. I'm not ready to give up. I believe in the miracle of life. Life's a break with no rehearsal. Learn quickly, they'll come for your role. Games can play, can't take it personal. Cause the devil is a liar. I'm telling you the truth. It's all in what you're doing. Some things you gotta do. It's like the millions. Take a second, see the blessing in it. With much expected, much is given. When I made the living, now I'm giving back to children. Never let the power come first before your happiness. Yes, you can be the best if you go the distance. Mix a little sweat with your persistence. You know that the best things are never instant. Just shine, let them see your brilliance. Get up, open up your eyes now. It's the moment of truth. No backing down. We're bringing it through like for the children, it's a given. You gotta give it, be a blessing.
This my personal statement. Run the game like I'm aces. Learn and develop patience. Determined to be the greatest. Yeah, bobbing and weaving. They changing up like the seasons. Indigenous to the grind. So I do it for all my people. Jabbing the competition. Back up against the ropes. You fighting for recognition. I'm fighting just to promote equality where we lacking. Or cancer slowing our road. I'm confident we'll make it. We focus on common goals. Yeah.
Give back, give love, giving something away. Never give up, stand tall to fight another day. 2 toes, 2 feet, I stand on the ground. I'm going back soon and fight this final round. Life's a fight for no rehearsal. Learn quickly, they'll come for your role. Can't take it personal, cause the devil is a liar. Telling you the truth, it's all in what you're doing. Some things you gotta do. I'm gonna share all that I have and get to those in me. So we're gonna win this battle, fight that disease. No one can support you, don't leave your hearts empty. We got to keep it open. No, I'm not ready.
Cancer is killing, millions and millions of people. Me and my team, along with Sam Watson and his team, we're going to stand together and fight this disease.
I've come this way before, traveled through the open door. Circumstances navigated the path, and life happened all so fast. No, it got lonely. Sometimes you see, I know we couldn't make it. Even when I'm offbeat, I still land on my feet, and nothing can shake me, cause I know life took a hold of me. I never. This is where I am destined to be. I'm not ready to give up. I believe in the miracle of life. Life's a break with no rehearsal. Learn quickly, they'll come for your role. Games get played, can't take it personal. Cause the devil is a liar. I'm telling you the truth. It's all in what you do. Some things you gotta do. Fight for millions. Take a second, see the blessing in it. But much expected, much is given. When I made the living, now I'm giving back to children. Never let the power come first before your happiness. Yes, you can be the best if you go the distance.
What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? Who we got in the building?
You know that the best things are never instant. Just shine, let them see it real.
Oh man, Kaiser, what's up? What's up? JP, Errol, JQ, what it do? What it do? Keno, big homie Coop, man, Dana. Birdman, big homie Coop, Hotep, Mel, Josh, KJ, A Sneed, Nathan, Patrick, what's up? Hey, Miss Bird, how you feel? How you feel? Funny, what's up? Adolfo, what it do? What it do? Jermaine, Brother Cole, Shamar. I appreciate everybody coming in the building. And I got a teaser for y'all, man. Now let's do it through. I got a teaser for y'all. I got a teaser for y'all. The trailer's dropping Friday. Nice to play with no rehearsal. For your phone. Take it personal. Cause the devil is a lie. Hey. I'm telling you the truth. Hey. It's all in what you do. Hey. Some things you gotta do. Hey. I appreciate y'all for coming in here, man. I got a trailer. What the hell did I just do? Okay, there we go. Now we're good. I'm gonna play this trailer. I mean, a teaser. The trailer comes out Friday, but this is the teaser trailer to Checks and Balances, y'all.
You're watching America This Morning, America's #1 early morning news.
Time after time after time, we are watching murderers go free. They hide behind their badges, they hide behind their white privilege, and they use the excuse that they fear for their lives to murder our young people in cold blood.
Shit. Let's watch that again, dog. Let's watch that again.
You're watching America This Morning, America's #1 early morning news.
Time after time after time, we are watching murderers go free. They hide behind their badges, they hide behind their white privilege, and they use the excuse that they fear for their lives to murder our young people in cold blood.
I can't wait. The trailer comes out Friday, April 15th.
So get this. Every
let's cut
1
this
point
off. And I can't wait to share it with you. How can you order 9 wives? Easy. There you go. Order 9wives.movie, man. And yeah, so it comes out. I don't know how long it's gonna be yet. Still editing, but who cares how long it is? It's the purpose of it. Everything has meaning, you know, and it's gonna be downhill. You're gonna be downhill. You're gonna be enthralled. You're gonna laugh. You're gonna cry. I guarantee you're gonna cry. Guarantee you're gonna cry in this film, and it's gonna move mountains. It's gonna move mountains, man. What's up, Kel Brook? Man, you gonna get that rematch or what? Oh man, Amir Khan want to tune up? Yeah, I appreciate you, Shamar. Yeah, it's yeah. Y'all gonna learn I mean what I say, and I say what I mean as it pertains when Checks and Balances come out. Oh man, so So let's go over what happened in boxing today. Real quick, some off-topic stuff that don't forget Mickey Bay versus Tevin Farmer May 21st in Ghana in Africa. That's gonna be on pay-per-view. Make sure we stay abreast on that. Floyd Mayweather's daughter, she accepted a plea deal, so they say she'll be doing community service. Hopefully she learns a lesson, you know what I mean, and can, hopefully that's her wake-up call and can live a very productive life. It's I just want her to learn from this. You can't wish ill will upon another human being. But you know, always lock up the devils. And I don't think she's a devil. I just think she's just a young, privileged young lady that had to have a human experience. And I believe she'll go on to be a great mother. And hopefully she can find a husband, you know, and live happily ever after, you know, and pursue her passions and dreams. The one thing I do wish, because this goes a long way, hopefully Floyd was in court with her. I don't know if he was. I didn't check his social medias or nothing like that. But something that's serious, I just hope, because she was in Houston in court yesterday or today, I don't know when. And hopefully Floyd was by her side, you know, because it means a lot when the father is there. Errol Spence. Errol Spence cleared it up on what it meant yesterday. He was talking. Appreciate you, Hunter. He spoke to the media about an hour ago, and he's basically saying he don't want no goddamn Keith Thurman fight. That shit is long gone. He don't want that. Period. You know, he said he's not leaving Al Heyman. Him and Al Heyman work great together, and so he's not. PBC and Al Heyman are different. I hope you guys know that. He cannot fight a PBC fighter and still have Al Heyman as his manager / advisor, like Daniel Jacobs, and what we're gonna get into with Andy Ruiz. Andy Ruiz went over to Triller because Al Heyman, I don't know if you know, Al Heyman has these very, very rigid contracts. But Andy Ruiz is going over to Triller because they couldn't get the money. Honestly, I'll just tell you what it is. PBC and Showtime, whoever else they were dealing with, I reached out and there was no money for him. What he desired versus what they were offering didn't work out. Pay-per-view bombed. He didn't make no money on pay-per-view as he thought he would with Chris Arreola. So he's going over for a guaranteed purse over there on Triller. And like I told you, he won't be the last. And don't worry about the top 5, top 7 PBC fighters. They're well off, like the Errol Spences, the Tank Davises, the Deontay Wilders, as I told you. But the middle fighters this summer, I told you, you got Tank Davis, you got Andy Ruiz. What's up, KB? I told you it's going to be an interesting summer. It's going to be a very compelling summer, and fasten your seatbelt for it because there's no dates. There's literally no dates for these fighters and no money, based off of what they were spoiled with riches, and now they can't get the purses that they had in 2019, or even no, 2020 was COVID. So we'll see how this plays out moving forward. But I can attest you, a lot more fighters will be publicly more disgruntled. And remember I talked about rules. This is another great example about how understanding the rules. Let me explain it to you. Andy Ruiz versus Tyrone Sprung is fighting in Mexico, right? Now, they understand the rules. Tyrone Sprung is coming off a PED capture. Andy Ruiz, there's been some speculatory information about Andy Ruiz. I don't know it to be true. He's never been popped. but they're fighting in Mexico, guys. I said, when you know the rules, remember how I explained to you 2 days ago or yesterday? When you know the rules of engagement and you know the bylaws of the actual rules, you know how to abide by them. I guarantee you there will be no drug testing for this fight. No way, no how. They are intentionally going to Mexico for a couple of reasons. One, they're going to sell well with Andy Ruiz. And two, they don't want Tyrone Sprung to go anywhere. They don't want him to get popped again. You know, I mean, he's like a WWE guy, you know? So that's what I was trying to explain to you as it pertains to the rules. And these promoters are masterful at it. These managers are masterful at it. And that's where we're at with this. And we'll see what happens. I'm interested in that fight too. I want to see what Andy Ruiz has left. I don't know how much he has left, but we'll see about his ticker. I don't know how his ticker is. And he's going to tell us a lot on July, the middle of July. And it's exciting. Errol Spence looked great today. I was very impressed. He actually inspired me to go do some more working out. Be candidly honest. I'm like, I can do more. You know, he's in much better shape than me. And I'm like, truth. And I consider myself in great shape, you know. But I saw him today. He reminded me of Laura. When I used to see Laura weigh in, I'm like, I can do more. And I like the edge Errol has. I don't know if you guys felt the edge, but I felt an edge to Errol. I felt a sense of belonging, a sense of purpose. So this is the first time I've ever heard Errol have a sense of ownership in his voice. Like he is the man. I've never seen him because he's never really protruded that, or he's always allowed the door open for anyone else to come in. I think now he's like, nah, this mine. Ain't nothing ain't nobody taking it. I'm the big dog per se. And I'm about to seek and destroy. And I know Terrence Crawford is watching. I 100% know Terrence Crawford is watching. I know I have detractors from my eye and the car. I'm piling all that up in me. I'm piling that in every jab. I'm piling that in every hook, every counter left, every straight left, every left cross, every uppercut, every right hook, every 5 and 6, 3s and 4s to the body. I walked. I don't know why I got this little bug in me, but I walked away. The kids are home this week. That's what it is. I walked away from that with more confidence in Errol Spence. Like less of a, but it's still gonna come in Saturday night. You know how you feel that rush of anxiety. You still get that rush of anxiety, but I'm more confident now in Errol. I don't know. That's the wrong word. I'm more assured, if that's the term. I have less doubt because Ugas is the third best welterweight in the world, I believe. He's not the third most intriguing, but he's the third most in terms of skill set in boxing today. And it's kind of like when what's the young man's name out of Florida? Winky Wright was the champion, right? And no one wanted to fight him. He didn't really sell, but in the ring, you had to have your A++ game, you know, kind of like Tim Duncan in the San Antonio Spurs in the early 2000s. But this is going to be a good fight, man. I'm not impressed with the co-main event. I'm gonna keep it a buck. I don't like that fight at all. Don't like it. I think it's corny. I think it's a waste of our money. I think they should have moved that fight down. But I understand the momentum from Tank Davis from a business perspective. I'm interested in that Stankonia and that Russian fight. I'm definitely interested in that Stankonia fight and that Russian. And I'm interested in Breadman has a fighter. I'm interested in Breadman. Breadman needs a fighter to get back on the scene. I like Breadman a lot. You know, I like all the, you know, the irony about it, I have a great relationship with all these trainers. How weird is that? You know, um, I guess because they're more, and many times they're more of the man in the camp than the fighters. You know, as it pertains to the whole scope of boxing. And I'm happy for the Benavidez family too. You know, like I'm really happy that he's building his he's building his camp. That Valenzuela kid, he's a problem. He reminds me of Tito Trinidad, man. Uh, in terms of how his punches land, they just detonate on you. You know, um, I'm looking forward to seeing him fight. If we move, honestly, if we move, if we could get a co-main event, like what would be a cost-effective co-main event that we could plug in at 135? If honestly, if they did Isaac Cruz versus Rolly Romero as the co-main event, I I thought that would be cool, but I don't like this. I don't I don't like Gamboa, us paying for Gamboa's retirement party. This is basically his retirement party. He's gonna come back maybe 2 more times against a upstart. And nothing. Gamboa don't like he gonna make weight neither. He looks heavy. Gamboa looks heavy. So I'm very interested to see how that works out. He looked a little heavy today. And Errol looked in tremendous. Oh man, Errol looked in tremendous shape. I didn't see Ugas, but Ugas, we have no worries. We have no worries with Ugas. Oh yeah, Gary Russell Jr. introduction to 135 against Isaac Cruz would have been great too. You know, he's coming out of surgery, but that would have been dope. You know what would have been cool if they would have brought Gary Russell, Antoine Russell back on this card. I thought that would have been great. But I think Showtime and PBC are doing a great job as it pertains to giving us 2 really good fights that they believe that's going to end in knockouts. They really believe Brandon Lee is going to knock out the other guy and Stankonia is going to beat the Russian, I believe. Right? So we're getting 2 good-looking fights. You understand by good-looking fights? Like it's going to be a lot of style. It's going to be some punches landed. And that's a great bridge to convincing people that are on the fence to buy the pay-per-view. So that looks promising. I just don't like the co-main event. I'll be honest. Everything else is solid. I just don't like the co-main. I think the co-main is a piece of crap. Gamboa shouldn't have been in that role. They could have found somebody else. I think Venezuela and Vargas makes sense, you know, because Vargas went 12 rounds with somebody, with Isaac Cruz. So that kind of fight, he still kind of got a chance. But Gamboa packed it in his last 2 fights. I don't really want to see it. So I don't know if Stankonia or Budayev, I don't know who's going to win the fight. I'm just creating a conversation, a dialogue. But I don't know who's the PBC fighter, you know, because Richard Schaefer is a Stankonia guy. And shout out to Money Brown TV. He did an interview with speaking of Richard Schaefer. I haven't had a chance to watch it yet, but congratulations to him. He's becoming a Richard Schaefer whisperer, kind of like how I'm the Bob Aaron whisperer. He's becoming a Richard Schaefer whisperer. He goes on there like once every couple months, which is awesome. Gives us great insight. Shout out to Money Brown. And 3, Champ side is there. Blue Blood isn't going. Champ side is there. So do what you can to support Champ side. Get his numbers up. If he goes live, feel free to donate. I'll do the same if I can catch a live, you know, and because it's important that we support Champ side. And the reason being I said it because I really didn't get I'm not, this is not in a negative sense. I'm speaking from experience. I didn't get the true support when I travel. So I want to be a beacon of support whenever Blue Blood and Champ side go travel financially, verbally, and support them, you know, because it's important that they deliver the goods and get the questions and the energy back in which we give out every goddamn day, you know what I mean, every night, you know. So I'm gonna try and catch a live so I can support Champ Side and donate. And I think we all should do the same. Oh, Blue Blood changed his mind. He said he's going. Okay, because I spoke to him. He said he wasn't going. So I want to support both of them. So I'm hopefully gonna catch a live from them and give a cash note. What do you call that thing? A champ act? What is it called? What the fuck is that called? What is that called when you guys donate? Not a cash app. Man, I'm looking at it on my screen. What is that called? Super chat, dog. Thank you. And I'm gonna open up these phone lines, man. But we should pre-order. We should pre-order. We should go order checks and balances right now, because you don't want to be left out of the conversation May 19th, man. When we go live May 19th, you don't want to be left out of the conversation. I appreciate it. Yeah, I had it wrong. I said, oh, that's how you do it. Okay. Yeah, super chat. Yeah. Oh, yeah, Blue is on right now. Yeah, we typically go on at the same time, because I pushed my time down and then Blue Blood pushed his time up. So it is what it is, man. Shout out to Blue Blood, man. I want even more success for Blue Blood. But yeah, so Andy Ruiz couldn't get the money, but y'all don't really care about Andy Ruiz. If you guys want to call in, feel free to talk about that. But Errol Spence is ready, man. Errol Spence is super ready. And if I'm Terrence Crawford, would you go or not go? I was gonna bring that up tomorrow because that would have been a cool topic. Should Terrence Crawford go to the fight? If I'm him, I'm going, because I'm not a popular guy at all. What's up, 305? What's up?
Shout out to you, Fred, man. Appreciate you out here lately, man.
Oh, man.
Appreciate everything you do out here, keeping us up, man, and keeping us moving, man. I think it's, in this little age where we got this media stuff going on, I think it's important that we got, like you're saying, the support Champ Side of Blue Blood and you and new media. I think that's paramount now, because we're getting fed a lot of stuff. I think people got to kind of wake up. What do you think about the whole Rolly Romero situation with him not having that fight because of the accusation? How do you feel? 'Cause I feel some kind of way about that. I think that's what do you feel about that?
I think Rolly should have got his fight a long time ago. I thought he should have got it in December, and Tank Davis moves on. Are you making reference to his case?
Yeah, well, it's just accusations.
It wasn't even the case. So let me strike that word. It was just accusations, and I actually think that he deserves punitive damages. I actually believe that PBC and Showtime and TMT should pay him some form of wages, because they took him out of the fight when Tank Davis had pending cases, So
exactly.
So just for being, but there's no humanity in boxing. So but in my heart, I think that he should have made great hay. But as we get closer to the fight, they're going to get more and more angry at each other, and I think the conversations about that will start to matriculate.
Man, I just have a problem with it because they set a precedent for doing it.
Mm-hmm, right.
It's almost like that quarterback that had his accusations.
Yeah, Deshaun Watson.
He didn't play, and then come to find out that the DA, they couldn't even press charges. They didn't have enough evidence to take it to a grand jury to even press charges off the accusation.
Right.
I mean, when we're getting into an area where it's easy to, when the machine get behind something and they want to push it, it's easy because they just pound it into you, and you won't hear anybody question that. I just thought it was strange that it was just an accusation, and nobody said, "Wait a minute, this ain't making sense." Because, like you said, we know plenty of boxers that got all kind of damn accusations that never stopped the fight.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what the motivation was behind it. I just think the precedence behind it It's really the manipulation behind that. It's pretty scary, and then they bring it right back. Nothing was changed.
Speaking
what's changed between now and then?
Nah, you speaking nothing but facts. You know.
Yeah, what's changed? I mean, it's strange. I mean, we just got to look out, and I'm gonna bring something else up too that we that's gonna draw into this with the way that we being manipulated. Now, I keep bringing this Ukraine stuff. Now, I don't know if you're aware, but they're sending $800 million again on top of what they already sent, which is like $14 billion in aid for weaponry and whatnot. Right? Now, let me pose a crazy question because I'm just thinking out loud. What do you buy during the war, Fred?
Weapons.
But if they're giving them, if every country is sending them to you, what do you buy? Do this, Fred. When you get an opportunity, just type in Ukraine fundraise and look at all the hyperlinks from all the different countries, all the different outlets to send Ukraine all this money. A lot of money. U.S. sent them $14 billion. I think the EU sent like $9 billion, and then you got like $100 million over here from Red Cross, another couple $100 million from United Way. You know, you got different outlets that are doing different things. Like, we just got to be aware that we're getting played with this media stuff. And I don't know the answers to why they doing this stuff, but it ain't making no sense. It ain't making no sense. And then another thing that I want to bring up, I mean, there's a shooting that happened in New York City, correct? That I know everybody's pretty much aware of right now, right? Whoever the guy is that had the shooting, he left a bag with the gun in it that he used, that he purchased legally with a credit card and the gun itself with it, right? And he had on a safety vest and walked out of the subway, and they couldn't figure out where he was, what happened to him. Now, are you aware that New York City, they got facial recognition software that they've had from Amazon for about 3 years that they've actively been using? I think they suspended it for a year because the ACLU and other groups were trying to rein that in. But they've had facial recognition software, and with that software, they're able to use the cameras from the city, obviously, the body cam footage, any still footage that you have, all of that stuff, they can look it up. And he got called in by a tipster, and the rumor hasn't been confirmed yet that he might have called in himself to the tip line to turn himself in.
I heard that.
So how does that make any sense?
Right.
I'm just saying we're getting played on a lot of different levels with a lot of this information. It's just not making any sense. Now, I don't know what the hell the purpose is of a lot of this stuff, but a lot of stuff in New York that they do, they take it and it gets blown up, and a lot of laws come out, a lot of things that happen in New York City that affect everywhere. That's like the experiment ground to see if they can get some stuff cracking, and if it works there, then they'll try it everywhere. That stop and frisk stuff that they were doing for those years that they did it, and it didn't, they fought them off, and they end up eventually having to do it with that program. But if they were under Giuliani and I forget who the police chief was there. I think it was Bratton.
Yeah, Bratton was and then he came to LA. Yeah, Bratton, or is he back there? Bratton, yeah.
Bratton. And that was that open windows or closed windows, whatever that program was. That was a program that they initiated in New York City. And if that could have stood, they would have been doing that in everywhere throughout the United States. They would have been doing that. So I would be interested to see what kind of legislation or what kind of restriction that they're going to try to bring behind it. Because this ain't going to just be nothing that it's just going to go away. It's going to be something that they're going to try to implement. I'm going to go ahead and clear the line, Fred. I appreciate the show. I just got to say again, because I think it's not said enough. We definitely need the new media because we're getting dummied down and brainwashed with the same repetitive mix of stuff over and over and over. And people just get beat over the head with it so much, they just start believing it. So it's like the song that comes on the radio and you don't like it at first, but after a while, you're like, you know what, this ain't that bad. You know, it's got a little bigger to it. I can kind of, you just can't get beat up with over the head with it. But I appreciate the show, man. I'm gonna go ahead and get off and let somebody else get on, man. Keep the show popping.
Appreciate you, dog. Yep. Yeah, I remember having that experience with songs, and I agree with you, Champion Heart. They definitely want us to comply. And I heard that I read that the man called the police and said, I see my face everywhere. I'm gonna turn myself in. So I'm interested in the details. They're gonna have to release the the traffic cameras, or the what they call them, surveillance cameras. It's gonna have to go public, and we'll see. 10 people were shot. Thankfully, no one died. Um, I'm just gonna say this. I wouldn't feel safe, and I shouldn't say this. I mean, not shouldn't say it, but I don't want to make my subscribers feel uneasy. But I wouldn't feel safe in New York. I wouldn't feel safe. I really wouldn't. It's too many people, man. It's too many people. You don't know who's who. These high density areas, and I'm just gonna say it, these Democratic run pods in these cities are not doing well, man. Crime is sky high in LA. Crime is sky high in New York. I mean, if I'm New York, I'm leaving. I mean, god damn. I'm heading all the way south. I'm heading to Virginia ASAP. You know what I mean? Oh, what? 3 other cameras wasn't on? Anthony? Wow. How does that make sense? How are 3 cameras not on in the morning? How are cameras not on during rush hour? Man, you got to make this make sense, dog. Anyways, but between COVID and crime, last month or 2 months ago, remember we talked about that gang that's responsible for like some murders? Remember that in Brooklyn or something like that? Dude, New York is, whoo, man, these Democratic pods, What's up?
What's up, Fred? How you doing, man?
Hey, what's up? How you feel, dog?
Hey, man, you got to me when you said that. That wasn't even on my mind, even calling, but you just talked about how it is in New York, and the thing is, my mom's we had a real bad fire like about 6 years ago, 6 years ago, and she moved to New York. Not really from there, not really know nobody, and she's a senior citizen there, and she's in New York, man. And it scares me to death every time I see something. You know what I mean?
Right, I get it.
I be telling you, got to come back home. Things be happening, and she don't even be knowing about it because she kind of like the gullible type. Ain't nobody gonna mess with me. I'm an older woman, and I'm telling you, I'm like I'm here in D.C. and right outside of D.C. in PG County, we're going through a big crime spike in crime in the D.C. area.
Right.
Big carjackings and stuff like that, robberies, and just about last week, man, it was on TV where this elderly woman, man, and like 4 young guys attacked her. Literally, she was screaming. She had just come from the grocery store, and they was snatching her pocketbook, man. They had like beat her up. She like broke a bone in her foot. She got up and ran. They tried to steal her car. She ran, went up, chased her down, slammed her down, and man, it's crazy. It's gotten like really crazy, man, in a lot of these major cities. Yeah, you know what I mean? One thing I wanted to bring up is that it ain't about boxing, but I know that we had kind of since Sergeant Dorsey haven't been on there lately, man. Have you been keeping up with all these things, police shootings that been happening that ain't nobody really been talking about or that?
I really haven't, to be honest with you. I actually need y'all. I didn't watch one, but someone sent me a police shooting. I didn't
In
watch it.
Michigan,
I didn't.
it's
I don't
one in
know.
Michigan this time.
I don't know where it was, but he got shot in the back of the head.
Exactly why he was laying on the ground. And then in the DC DMV
Jesus.
area, we've had a few.
Mm.
There's a lot of people don't know about Amir. Well, no, that was in Minnesota. The first one, okay, Minnesota. You know about Amir Locke,
Yes.
you know about that one, the
Yes.
no knock warrant one, right? Okay, police was cleared from that. Then we had the one in the DC area, Montgomery County, where the young guy, I think he was like 23. He was sitting in his car in a drive-through in McDonald's, and he had refused to move. And he was going through some psychosis, or whatever word he called it, that his parents said he had been going through. And they called the police, and the police shot in the car like 23 times and killed him, man. And then they just got cleared. So it's been crazy, man. And when I think about the worst cases that kind of really always sticks with me, that I always think about that's not talked about no more is the what's her name in Kentucky, Breonna Taylor, I think.
Right.
That one, and then the Amir Locke one in Minnesota remind me of each other a lot, because it's like they're allowing them to like literally run up in our house, man, and not just kill us in our cars or in the street. They ain't letting them, giving them passes to actually like run in our house and like assassinate us. Just bust through the door and just kill us. You know what I'm saying?
I get it.
And you know that's like a scary thought, man. Even think about it, but it just I've just been thinking about it because I knew at one time you was talking about that stuff a lot.
Yeah, and I typically do. I actually lean on y'all for information now too, because my day is so compressed now. Because my day ends at 2:30 when I pick Leak It Up, so I don't really, I don't have the freedom like I used to have, like in terms of looking at news and doing stuff like that. So yeah.
Well, yeah, okay, cool. I appreciate it, man.
Oh, that's love. That's love.
Thank you, bro.
All right, all the time, dog.
Oh.
Hey, what's up, H Money? I appreciate you, big homie. Y'all need to watch Checks and Balances, dog. I'm just gonna say, based off of that conversation, y'all, you have to watch Checks and Balances because you gotta watch it. You gotta watch it. It's gonna move. It's gonna move you. It's gonna move you. And I can't wait for y'all reactions. Will we 34 days away? Yeah, 34 days away, man. The Checks and Balances. I think I'm gonna run with that movie for a year. I'm not gonna release another one for a year because I think this film is that important that I need to give it 365 days of like my full undivided attention. Yeah. It's click the link. All these conversations that we had during COVID and these police shootings, you need to watch Checks and Balances. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Yeah. It's gonna take you there. It's definitely gonna take you there. Click the link that's pinned up in the comment section and you can go order it. But that's why this film is that important. And yeah, it has an earnest perspective of both sides. So wait till the trailer drops Friday. Y'all just got the teaser. Wait till the full trailer drops Friday. Oh shit. You know, yeah. Hey, what's up, KB? Every Democratic city in America is all fucked up. You know, I've only lived in 2, and I frequented Portsmouth. I don't know about the crime in Portsmouth. I actually felt pretty safe in Portsmouth. I was a kid though. I wasn't an adult. And when I go back now, I only go from home to home. I'm never hanging out at the basketball court, walking to the liquor store. I go to grocery stores. You know what I mean? So Yep, Charleston White is in checks and balances, and you're gonna love him. And it's but L.A. and New York City, dog. LA is in shambles, dog. Like I'll just keep it a buck, man. I do everything possible to to um eliminate all the fat in my day. You understand what I'm saying? I don't make multiple trips outside. Once I'm home, I'm home. Um I live in a decent neighborhood, but if you go 4 blocks in the opposite direction, I'm back in South Central. You know what I mean? So there's no crime on my street really, but 4 blocks in other direction, there's crime. 5 blocks. Oh man. So, um, but yeah, man, I'm with you, KB. I've lived in two, and I have family. I have a lot of family in New York that I pray for, wish a lot for, man. And it's I've heard stories about Memphis, man. I've heard some insane stories about Memphis the last 6 months as it pertains to after that rapper Young Dolph was murdered. All these stories started coming out on Memphis on Instagram, and um, it's just not cool, man. How we don't value each other's life. You know what I'm saying? And I'm a firm believer in self defense, 100%. But I don't believe in inflicting like going out and beating up people and all that good stuff. But all positive network, man. What's up? What's up, man?
Yo, what's going on, man? How you living?
I'm feeling great, man. What you got?
Yo, I actually had a question for you last night before
Oh yeah, what's
before
up?
it hit the fan. You know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, very well.
Oh yeah, I said I had a question for you last night before everything hit the fan, man. It's
Right.
about about your film and all this stuff, man.
Yeah, sure.
And going forward after the checks and balances, I know you like to discuss what the nation did to Malcolm and all this. Me and you and a lot of other people, they know the truth, but even NOI members, they like to ignore it. I
Right.
mean, just let them do that. But you think in the future you'll focus more on things that NOI did to other people too, outside of Malcolm, because that would really like help your argument as well.
It comes up in my research. I've had interviews with people who says that they were promised some money for a job, like security details, in the new nation. And I got stories about Khalid and all that, but I haven't sat down and revisited that stuff because I went straight to checks and balances. But I know if I go back, it will charge me up again to do more research. I would need more research and speak to family members, and that would be a 2-year journey just for the research.
Yeah, but the stories they're out there. The stories are out there, man.
Yeah.
And another thing too, man. About last, I went on Cal's platform, and I know these brothers probably listening, and I support their channels too, just like I support yours. I'm not gonna come up here and talk about them on your platform, and I'm gonna talk about you on their platform because, like my name says, I'm all positive. I don't do that. But one thing that I was kind of shocked and disturbed by last night is like we was talking about politics, and I made a statement that, hey, I don't support either Jim Crow Joe or Donald Trump.
Right.
And then I start getting name called like, oh man, you're stupid because you don't. I'm like, yo, I think people should be able to support whoever they want to support. I don't care if you support Trump. I don't care if you support Jim Crow Joe.
Right.
I just said I don't support any of those guys. And I said I voted because if I don't vote, then I lose my registration to vote. So I did a write-in, but I didn't write in Jim Crow Joe or Donald Trump. So
I did a write-in as well. Actually showed my ballot on the show last year.
We couldn't do it in our state. You can't take pictures of the ballot in our state.
Yeah,
it's illegal. Yeah,
but it's illegal everywhere.
Okay. I didn't know that. Yeah. But but it's one thing. It's like, yo, it's like, yo, how do you want your races? Do you want your races out here telling you they're racist, or you want your racists hiding
Yeah.
behind black people and dancing for the cameras like the Democrats do. Because in my opinion, this is my personal opinion, they're worse than the Republicans. They're all bad, but I think they're worse because they dance for the cameras, dance for you, and they tell you what you want to hear, but then they create laws to take your rights away from you.
Right.
This has always been with the Democrats.
Right.
But I mean, but that's another conversation for another day, man. And say I got to pre-order your joint, man, your movie, man, because I bought the last one as well. But yeah, just says keep up the good work, man. And even I know those brothers listening, like I said, I still support y'all channels too. Because I think everybody has good
I mean, and it's nothing. Like and listen, my job was to promote the film, and I think I did that last night. And whatever happens after that is whatever happens after that. But I'll say this: I don't get disrespected in my house, so I'm not going on an interview to be disrespected. You know what I mean? So I will exit stage left, and I will declare you the winner.
Yeah,
you're the winner.
And that's one thing. That's the only thing I don't like about that, because if they criticize you on their platform, they have the right to do that. But you can't come on a platform, man's being interviewed, and then just try to rip into him. That makes no sense to me. I would never do that to anybody. You know what I'm saying? Like, you wouldn't go on a NOI, like if Farrakhan's been interviewed and you're there at the interview with him, you're not gonna run up in there and start basically taking over the interview and criticizing him. You know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying. But it is what it is, man. But yeah, just keep the good work, man. All right.
I appreciate you, dog.
Peace.
All right, one. Yeah, man, that brings up some questions. That shit was exhausting. 9 Wives was really exhausting. Man, Dre will tell you, I literally shut down for like 9 months. Information. I'm reading. I kept the TV on a repeat of interviews and YouTube, and I ordered so many articles from historical societies and libraries and old articles from the 50s and the 60s, and I got all this information. And if I turn my camera around, you probably can. I have another desk in front of this camera that you can see all the paperwork that I have, and it was exhausting. Now that I look back on it, it was exhausting. You know what I mean? And I'm happy I did it, because in order for me to do something like that, I had to do the research. And it is what it is, man. The truth is the truth. People, those snakes from Moss 25, you know what I mean? Devil worshippers, because you can't believe in God and willfully kill someone because you don't like them. That's a devil worshiper. And they left Moss 25 in New Jersey and murdered Malcolm X. And the fact that they justify it and say he betrayed his teacher is retarded. Is ultra retarded. And then it's just a big sham. It's just a big sham. When you know the truth, you're going to be alone when you know the truth, because people like company. People will compromise their integrity to have people beside them. I'm not interested in that. If I was interested in that, I would have shut my mouth in boxing and been the most popular media guy in boxing, because I can afford to go to every goddamn fight in the world, and I wouldn't have no cursing on this platform, and my analytics would be through the roof. You know what I mean? So I choose not to. So but yeah, that shit is just all washed up. And I just stand my ground on my beliefs. I don't want to change nobody's opinion, but for those who don't know, they have the option of 9 wives. You have the options of anything else. And people always say, well, if you disagree with me, do something. You invest your money and you present your truth. Nobody's willing to do that, man. No one, anybody who's disagreed with me has never put up money. Hey, Miss T, should Tank go to Golden Boy? Should Tank go to the Zone? It's going to get interesting, because if he looks impressive against Rolly, which by all intents purposes he will, It's going to be a medium-sized bidding war for Tank Davis, and he's going to feel loved. But he has that pending case in September, so I don't know how that will impact his market value. But and it's a trial. It's definitely going to trial, so we'll see. But yeah, man, just I say you put your money up and you create something that tells your truth or what you believe in, but going back and forth and debating, I'm cool. I'm standing on what I invested in. I'm standing on 9 Wives. I'm standing on it, period. And if you don't believe it, you put your thousands of dollars and create, but they won't do that because they don't have it. They don't have the mindset to complete a task like that. So they'll just complain and DM me and put in the comment section and make videos, and it doesn't bother me. It just advances my brand. And also getting back to what we talked about, the Democrats. I didn't vote for anybody. I voted for myself. I didn't feel comfortable voting for either one of them, so that was my version of holding my vote. Black people know that they're block. Black people don't know that they're voting block already. 90% Democrat in the national election. I think that once we realize we have a block and we can get a singular voice, I think it'll make a big difference. But I think the biggest fools are the Democrats, are liberal black people, are people who believe Republicans are racist. It's funny how black people think Republicans are racist, but will work for them. Right? Your boss is a Republican. I'm willing to bet in many cases your boss is a Republican. If you work for your manager or your boss or your regional manager is a Republican, you have to answer to him. You know what I mean? You literally have to answer to that man. So you vote. What you call it? It's just stupid. To me, it's just stupid. What's up, H?
What time is it? It's Haney time. Let's go, Fred. Undisputed. Fred, can you say the youngest undisputed champion in the history of boxing? Devin Haney, the youngest.
Right. And I'm excited for that day, June 4th for us. I'm excited, and I'm actually gonna throw a party that day. So I'm excited. I'm gonna throw a fight party for that fight. I believe so.
And what's your prediction for the fight?
I don't know.
You don't know? You having doubts?
No, I'm not having doubts, but I'll say this. I want to see. I haven't seen no footage of Devin, and maybe it's in the stories. I haven't been to
he got footage out there. He been looking sharp. He been looking fast. He's looking strong, Fred. He's ready to go.
Yeah. Oh, and let me lead this conversation and say I've never. We no one in boxing ever has to question Devin Haney's work ethic. Excuse me. I've never seen him without abs. He's always been blocked up, and he loves preparing. But I'm interested in. You want to have a real conversation, or you just want to go?
Yeah, let's go. I'm here.
Okay, good. Okay, where I have my doubts is the middle distance. The middle to the inside distance with Devin Haney. Devin Haney in the second halves of fights drops his hands a lot, and in the second half of his fights he's second.
Do you think it's because fatigue? Does he get tired in the later rounds?
I don't know if he gets tired.
Is it because Devin Haney's a very fast fighter, right? He likes to rely on his reflexes. Yeah, but like you said in the second half of the fight, his hands start to come down, right?
Yeah. And so you must have saw one of my videos. I would love for him to depend on his technique more so than his reflexes, because he'll have that energy in the second half of the fight. So where my concern is is that middle to inside distance. Kambosos is electrifying from middle to inside. I mean, when I say he's electrifying, like he's twitchy, he can get it off. You know what I mean? And so I'm real interested because I believe Devin's going to win the first 4 to 6 rounds rather comfortably. Be honest with you, but I'm concerned about 7 through 12 when he gets fatigued a little bit, like every fighter. I'm not saying he has a conditioning problem because I've never seen him like, oh man, I just want to get through this round. I've never seen him like that. But George Kambosos is going to get what he wants in that fight because he has a will. And can Devin Haney detonate that? You know, so I'm real interested in that. I'm real interested in that because Devin's strength is going to be the distance, and he's going to turn him. And he's going to turn him like he did Linares. I was there for that fight. I was very impressed with him that fight. So I want to see that fight. I believe Devin wins the second. In my head right now, Devin comfortably wins the first half of the fight. And I think Kambosos comes on in the second half of the fight if Devin Haney wants to get on the inside and he gets fatigued a little bit, you know. So I'm very interested in that. So maybe it's comfortability, like you say, Ro. I don't know what it is, but he has a lot of cues too. But I'm not going to talk about it publicly. I'll
Fred, I think Devin Haney, he knows how to fight on the inside. He showed it in that fight with Linares. Devin Haney, he showed it in his fight with JoJo Diaz, where Devin Haney is a dog. He's a boss. He's a boss on the inside. And he gonna man up on the inside. And he will beat up Kambosos. Inside, outside, it don't matter. You know what I mean? Yeah. I think, go ahead, Fred.
No, I'm sorry. I'm patient.
Yeah. I think Devin Haney, he's tougher. He's tougher than Kambosos. I think Devin Haney, he's more of a dog than Kambosos in a dog fight. You know what I mean? But I think Kambosos is very tough. Like you said, Kambosos, he's a true champion. You know what I mean? And he's coming to win. He showed it against Teofimo Lopez. But I think Kambosos, he's a boxer. Devin Haney is a boxer. He cannot outbox Devin Haney. He can't.
Right.
But Kambosos is sharp too now. Like, I'm not underestimating George Kambosos, but you know, who you think is the favorite in this fight? Would you say Devin Haney's the underdog?
No. Devin wouldn't be the underdog in this fight if I'm Vegas. Nah, but it would be close, like minus 115 plus 105. You know, it would be something close like that, minus 140. Even money on minus 140 for Dev, plus 110 for Kambosos, somewhere in there. You know, I have my concerns, man. Like Devin, if Devin is great on the outside, he's good on the inside. He's a lesser of himself on the inside than he is on the outside. And every fighter has strengths and weaknesses. This ain't no like I would say if Kambosos is great on the inside, he's good on the outside. So they're basically polar opposites from my perspective.
He's not a great inside fighter, Kambosos, Fred.
But he's
not.
He
gets off.
No, he gets off though. Like he gets off. Like he's a well above average combination puncher. And I think that may be the difference in the fight, you know. But if Devin fights on the outside, I mean, he walks away with it easy. It's not even a competitive fight. It's a rather, I mean, he's gonna get beer thrown on him like that. He's gonna have one of them fights and win the fight 10-2, but he's gonna get beer thrown on him when he goes back to the thing because people are gonna be so disappointed that they didn't get no engagement.
Okay, Fred, you said that Devin Haney relies on his reflexes. Yeah. Do you think is that something that he got from Roy Jones Jr. from training with Roy Jones?
I think he's God gifted. When I was younger, I was God gifted, you know. And there were some things I could do physically with my foot speed that other people couldn't. And I think he's God gifted, but he goes back like this. So the
Is that something that you seen Roy Jones Jr. do like back in his day?
him and Muhammad Ali were great at that, you know. But what Kambosos is going to do is step inside again in the second half of the fight. When he does it, because Devin can outreach him, Kambosos is going to take another half step in when he's using his reflexes, and he's going to bang Devin. You know, he's going to touch him wherever he can. You know, so but that will be the adjustment. But
he's not a slugger. Kambosos is not a slugger like that.
No,
he only got 10 knockouts, Fred.
No, I didn't say he's gonna knock Devin out. I didn't say that. But
do you think he can hurt Devin?
Yeah, for sure he can hurt Devin, and Devin can hurt him. Devin's never been knocked down. He's never been knocked out. Kambosos has been knocked down in the last fight that I saw. He has a great whisperer because Mickey Bay fought him 12 rounds to a split decision, or majority, one of them. So I think that Mickey Bay, but he has a fight, but I think they live in Las Vegas, and they have each other's phone number. They should do film study together, and that's going to be a huge difference in the fight. If Devin literally spends the night at Mickey Bay's house, or Mickey Bay spends the night at his house once a week for the next 4 or 5 weeks, I think that would be monumentous, you know, because Mickey Bay's in camp now too, so he can't like spend a day with him training with him, but they can have a sleepover, you know. I mean, should I say pause like for y'all young niggas, you know? But but I think that will be monumentous, you know, because he knows the adjustments that Kambosos is going to make, because he's pretty similar to him. Devin's just a lot younger, you know, as it pertains to Mickey Bay.
For sure. Like I agree with you. Kambosos, he does know how to fight on the inside. He showed it in the fight with Teofimo Lopez. Now, it worked with Tio, but Devin Haney is a different type of animal. Devin Haney's coming with a game plan. Tio and his dad, you know, they were sleeping on Kambosos. They underestimated George Kambosos, and Kambosos beat him up. So I think with Devin Haney, he's not going to make those same mistakes as Teofimo Lopez. As you see now, Teofimo Lopez, you know, he's embarrassed. He's embarrassed, bro. Like, after Kambosos beat him like that, Teofimo Lopez, he's going through a lot of mental issues.
Right.
He kind of reminds me of Adrian Broner. Do you think Teofimo Lopez is the new Adrian Broner?
No, he can't be Adrian Broner. He doesn't have the wit and the intelligence of an Adrian Broner. I told y'all he's a mental breakdown. And his dad, like his dad lacks dad leadership, because in interviews he doesn't hold his son accountable. You know, he speaks in superlatives that don't make sense. You know,
but
I think they lost. I really think they lost.
Did you see his interview with Fight Hype, Fred, when they asked him about Devin Haney and Kambosos, and Tio walked away and it looked like he was about to start crying? What you thought about that, man? His reaction to that shit.
I did see that, and I mean,
he looks emotional right now. It looks like he can't handle that loss to George Kambosos. And he called Deontay Wilder a bitch. And now he's doing the same thing as Wilder, maybe even worse. He said the zone set him up. Yeah, what you thought about that, Fred? Like the thing with him and Adrian Broner, they both suffered their first loss, I think, at 23 years old. And they both accomplished a lot at such a young age. And even with their boxing style, with the shoulder roll, it's kind of similar. I think him and you know what I mean? And the way Adrian Broner lost to Maidana, it kind of reminded me of Tio when he lost to Kambosos.
Yeah, Tio's career is over.
For real, you think he's done? It's over.
Yeah, it's over. It's over. I mean, once Mike Tyson lost, his career was over. Humpty Dumpty had a great fall, and he's fragile. Bob Arum knows he's fragile, and he can't handle him with delicacy because he doesn't have a foundation. See, you got to have a foundation for someone to console you, because if you don't have a foundation, you just keep falling. there's no end spot. You just keep falling. And I think him and his dad are so emotionally uncooped, and there's no leadership between the two of them. I think that they're just going to keep falling and keep falling and keep falling. And I pray to God that it's not drugs and alcohol. I just hope that they can find a way, because it's I mean, Top Rank is gonna do their best to protect him. You know what I mean? And make him a fight that he can win, but he ain't beating no A-level fighter. Nah, I don't see it. I think not unless he demotes his father and gets a man. I would go with like a he needs like a military type presence, you know. Who would you suggest?
Man, as far as a trainer,
Yeah,
as
trainer.
Somebody like Kevin Cunningham, man. Somebody
Cunningham?
that's gonna be honest with him. I think Kevin Cunningham will be perfect with him.
Kevin Cunningham. Yeah.
It got to be somebody disciplined, somebody that's gonna tell him the truth, you know.
And that the other guy, Diaz, Joel Diaz, maybe.
Yes, he trained Timothy Bradley.
And Bradley, those two. He needs somebody like that, man. That's honest. And but
what about Reynoso?
I don't know him. Like I don't.
He trains Canelo.
No, I know that, but I mean,
I don't know him like that. You don't.
I don't know how disciplined he is. Like, and his interviews are in Spanish, and I don't watch him.
Hey, Fred, I got a question. A victory over George Kambosos. Yes. What does that do to the career of Devin Haney?
Takes you to a place it's never been before.
Okay, you feel like a star or superstar, Devin Haney?
Not really a star, but he's going to get the respect that he desires. You know, he's definitely going to get like the respect of his contemporaries. He's going to get the respect of the fans, because he went to Australia and did it, similar to Errol Spence. Like, there's no taking away from what he's potentially want to accomplish. You know, what he's doing in the physical realm, I'm not convoluting that with what he does in the business realm. Like physically, I genuinely think that what he's doing is extraordinary. Going to another country, another time zone, another hemisphere, and becoming what he's always desired to be, you know. And he's gonna feel the feeling he's been wanting for 24 years if he wins. You got to say if, because you got to keep these kids hungry.
23 years. He only 23.
Excuse me, 23. His birthday is November, right? Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. So 17th, is that his birthday?
Yeah, November, I believe. Something like that.
20th or 17th, something. But you got to keep them hungry. So you got to use the word if when you're doing your show, okay? You can't say when, because you got to keep these guys hungry.
Yes, you know, exactly. And you never know what can happen too, man. You can't overlook no opponent. You know what I mean?
Right.
So, hey, Fred. So another thing is this: like Devin Haney being the youngest undisputed champion in the history of boxing. What does that mean?
Shit, it's gonna be hard to duplicate in the business sense that it is now. I mean, that's like hitting a home run at 17, the youngest to ever do it. You know, like.
Hell yeah, like Derrick Rose winning the MVP at 21, the youngest MVP of all time, something like that.
It's that's gonna be tough to duplicate with all these promoters, you know, as it pertains to like WBO is Bob's, WBA is Al's, you know, and everyone else fall where they may. So it's gonna be real challenging to even come close to that, you know. It's gonna be challenging for sure.
Hey, for sure. So, Fred, Ryan Garcia, he just fought on Saturday. He sold out the Alamo Dome. Sold that bitch out. Yeah.
No, he didn't, dog. He did?
God, no cap. Sold that motherfucker out.
Are you serious?
Yep. I'm serious.
How many people? How many
packed,
people?
Nigga. Like they said, like 14,000. I heard even more than that. I swear to God.
I didn't see the fight. Are you serious?
Yep. Hey, that shit was packed. No. It was packed. Fred, he don't even have a fucking belt. Like, you know what I mean? Like, he's selling that bitch out, man. Tank Davis and Ryan Garcia, do you think it's the biggest fight in boxing?
Hell no.
You think Tank Davis and Ryan Garcia could be the biggest fight? You don't think so?
Holy shit. 14,459 people were there. Whoa.
And he don't even have a fucking belt, Fred. He fought against Tago, who's a nobody.
He got power.
He's selling that bitch out with Tago.
He got power. Ryan Garcia got power.
You think Ryan Garcia could change boxing just the way they move in his career?
Man.
Like I'm just saying, like he's not even fighting for belts. Like you always tell us, yo, fuck the belts. You know what I'm saying? This dude got endorsements with Gatorade, fucking Maybelline and shit. This motherfucker getting money outside of boxing.
Yeah, that's it. The official attendance is 14,459. That's pretty damn good.
Hell yeah, that's good, Fred. He only 24 years old.
I didn't watch the fight, so I didn't know.
He did pretty good, man. Like he won every round in there.
I didn't watch the highlights. I don't think I watched the highlights.
Yeah, check it out though, Fred. He did pretty good. Like he's strong though. I ain't gonna lie. Ryan Garcia, he kind of like
time out. You said he has a Maybelline?
Yes, he got a commercial. He got a commercial with Maybelline.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah, I mean, shit, he getting his money outside of boxing. You can't knock the hustle. Shit. You know, hey, Fred, he's strong as fuck, though. I ain't gonna lie. Tago was in there running like a motherfucker. Like Ryan Garcia, he was in there trying to survive for real. To me, like, Fred, this dude is powerful. I'm telling you, like, I'm not saying he's the best or anything, but he got a lot of potential and he's strong. He's a puncher. Some people say he's like Deontay Wilder at lightweight. If he catch you, he gonna put you to sleep. They said his left hand, you know, is the money punch. You know, so
you got to set him up. Wilder found a way.
Exactly. He young though. So when Wilder, it took him time to build up, and Wilder, you know, became a champion. So, you know, maybe with Ryan, just take your time with him. He might be okay. But what's up with Tank Davis? You know, I seen Floyd Mayweather. He did an interview yesterday, and Floyd Mayweather, he let the haters have it, Fred. Some people say he took a couple shots at you in that interview.
What'd he say?
Man, he was like, I'm jealous of who? He said, motherfucker, I ain't got to be jealous of nobody. That's what he said. He said, I'm the biggest name in boxing. You know, he said he hold all the records. 50-0, the TBE, Fred, you know him. You know Floyd real good. I know you and Floyd, y'all used to be close with each other, Fred. I remember.
And it's just integrity, man. His character. I can't consistently hang around people that I deem don't have integrity. I chose to say, you know what? I can't be around this circle, you know, and I just choose not to. And I'm like that with all my friends. I have 6 great friends that I'm accountable to, and my accountability team. And we're getting together July 9th. I can't wait to see them. It's been a couple years because of COVID. And that's who I'm accountable to as it pertains to outside, you know, but I'm not I wouldn't trust them. I wouldn't trust the people around them. I think they're starving. I think they'll do anything for money. They'll do anything to please him. There's no individuality, and they got to jump when he say jump. They got to eat when they eat. I said, I can't do this. I mean, I've never been, but I don't like the integrity about it, man. I'm an individual, like I just chose to exit stage left. You know, so I could have shut up, but the one thing I could have shut up and just been, y'all would have loved it if I would have shut up. You know,
no, please don't, bro. Don't hold back, bro. I want you to be yourself, Fred. That's why people fuck with you. You know what I'm saying? Like before I met you, you know, I didn't know, you know, I didn't know who you were, but I watch your videos. I'm like, dude, this dude causing controversy. Mm-hmm. This motherfucker crazy. You know what I'm saying? For real. I used to watch your shit like, this nigga crazy. Used to be with Eddie Hearn and shit. You know what I'm saying? With Andre Ward. I'm like, yo, this dude don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? So Fred, I ain't gonna lie, bro. Like, you know, you bring a lot to the sport, man. You bring a lot, bro. Like, I miss those days when you used to be with Eddie Hearn, challenging Eddie Hearn.
Yeah.
With Bo Mac, all of that shit. You know what I'm saying? For real. So I guess what, Fred? Like at first, I'm gonna be honest, I didn't like you because I really didn't know you, but it was like, yo, this dude is crazy. I didn't understand what you were doing. But later, as I got to know you, I'm like, yo, man, Fred is cool. Fred is cool. You know what I'm saying? Real talk, and everybody know it, bro. You know what I'm saying? Fred gave an opportunity to me, gave me a chance. You know what I'm saying? You set me up with Bill Haney and Devin Haney because you knew that was my favorite fighter, and a couple of the other brothers in the community, man. Y'all need to stop that bullshit when it comes to Fred, bro, for real, and hit that fucking like button. I see everybody be listening. They don't even hit the like button. They just want to see what you talking about. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm gonna say, bro. You know, and Fred, you know me. You know, I listen to you, bro. I learned from you. I seen what you did with Dylan White back in the day, years ago. Put the pressure on Dylan White. Remember that shit? I remember that. You was on that shit. The beast, man, you was on that shit.
I remember that interview.
And then look, I saw you do it. Then I'm like, I gotta do what he doing, because like with certain fighters, I come with it. You know what I'm saying? The same thing you did, the same thing. You know, and I'm gonna say shout outs to Deontay Wilder. Deontay Wilder, a real motherfucker, dog. You know what I'm saying? Fuck all of that shit with Tyson Fury. Wilder, a real nigga, man. And he became a champion, bro. So I gotta salute Deontay Wilder for giving me an opportunity, and Bill Haney. You know what I'm saying? Real talk, man. Hey, Fred, it's fight week. Errol Spence Jr. What's up with it? You said Errol Spence took a shot at the PBC, man. I want to know about that, because I don't know.
I thought he was mad at the people at PBC. The same thing they did to Wilder. The PBC is separate from what Al Heyman does on a day-to-day basis. They got programming people that they work. You know what I mean? And he just don't like Keith Thurman. He don't ever want to fight that man. And I'm not mad at him for it. You know what I mean? Because he's definitely in the rearview mirror right now, you know, and it wasn't he said he'll never leave Al Heyman. So him and Al Heyman have a great relationship, and that's what it looks like it's gonna stay.
Yeah, absolutely. So, hey, Fred, man, Ugas, Errol Spence, it's the return of the truth. Unified, welterweight, undefeated champion, pound for pound. And Ugas, man, he's a warrior, bro. Straight out of Cuba. He representing, you seen Ugas' shirt? He said free. That's
what I wanted to talk about. So proud of him. I'm so proud of him.
Took a stand, bro.
I'm so proud of him. I'm so proud of him to use his platform. I'm so proud of him, dog. Like, and you ain't got to be loud and be, hey, I'm a black nigga. I'm a black Democrat. Dog. His shirt said everything. I loved it. I loved it.
Me too. Me too, man. It said free the political prisoners in Cuba. You know what I'm saying? Free his people. Like, he took a stand, bro. In a fight of this magnitude. Hey, man, I'm so excited. Man, shout out to Barbershop Conversations. My boy Fred, man, you know what I'm saying? Dropping a new movie with Charleston White. Come on. Hey, Fred the fucking GOAT. He got Charleston White in his fucking movie. Come on now, man. One of the realest niggas out here. Charleston White. Who talked that shit like Charleston White? Nobody. You know what I'm saying?
Nobody.
Hey, man, Fred, keep up the great work, man. I appreciate it. And Fred, you know me, I stand down on my two as a man, independent. Got my shit popping. I didn't need no handouts. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate that, because I seen you do it. Motivated me. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate it, brother. Thank you, man. And I got to get you on the show, man.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Set it up for next week. All
right, for sure, Fred. Thank you.
Let's do it. All right, love, dog. Yep. Peace. Miss T is in the building. How you doing?
What's up, Fred? Lord.
Gotcha.
My ears.
Yeah, I turned them down too. You should see how low this shit is. I got to turn you up now.
Damn. My ears is bleeding. I mean, I appreciate his enthusiasm, but damn, dude, you talk like you deaf. Deaf people talk loud. But, oh my God, he got me discombobulated.
Discombobulated. You sound like Martin Lawrence and Boomerang.
Yeah, we should say that a lot in the Navy.
Yeah.
Fred, how you been?
How you been?
I've been good. You
losing your voice from doing all them lives, them 2 and 3 hour lives, huh?
I know, right? You see the one that I did about the list that came out with the with the people who did the VADA testing and the results, and then I went into
elaborate on that.
Okay, yeah, I didn't know, but there's apparently a list. They changed the way it looks like as far as the website. I wouldn't even knew where to go look at it. I found it by accident, but there's a user friendly website now that get right to the point. You guys could go in and see who VADA tested for the month and find out the results. So all that speculation, because Fred, I can't stand talking points. I can't stand spin neither. But you can go and find out who took the test and the results, and that way we ain't got to worry about speculation. Because I've heard people speculate. I'm gonna just say their favorite fighter, Errol Spence, when they talk about his nipples, and we don't know that. We don't know that whether or not he took the test or not, or did he pass or not, or is he on something or not. But I'm just using that as an excuse. Y'all calm down in the chat. I ain't say Errol was on some shit. But I'm just saying, you can go to this list and see. I will say it's mighty funny that Jordanus Ugas is on the list, having taken the test and passed with flying colors. So did Shakur Stevens, so did Oscar Valdez. And I went back as far as November.
Mm-hmm.
But Errol is
you went to VADA.com. Is that where you went?
No, it's a WBC website.
Yeah. It is. I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
I was new to it, and I corrected that today because when I saw it, I was like, where did this come from? Mm-hmm. But I made a suggestion too. On the months that they don't do it, still put out the information, still put out an after action report, basically saying, hey, we didn't test anybody, so there won't be no results that we'll put out. That way you make it legit.
Right.
That's gonna cut out some of the arguments out here in the streets. Understand?
Yeah, I'm with you on that, and that's why I have reservations about boxing as a whole. One, and two, as it pertains to this fight. Memo Heredia is working with Jordanus Ugas, and he's a chemist specialist.
Right.
I mean, he's proud of it. It's on his Instagram titles. So, so I have my reservations, as it pertains to that. So, but anyways, we'll never know.
Did you see? And on that same show, I talked about Daniel Kinahan.
Yeah, Daniel Kinahan. Yeah.
My point was, what changed? Y'all been knew he was like that. He served a purpose, and now he public enemy number one. I ain't caking for the dude, but shit, he public enemy number one. A lot of people gonna go on the curtain's gonna be pulled back on him. But I did want to make it clear on my show, at least. Listen, a lot of fighters are inadvertently linked up with this dude by virtue of the fact that they're linked up with the promoters. You cannot put a jacket on those fighters, to include Bud Crawford, because he was linked with Bob, and Bob was linked with him.
Right.
But Bob have since recently divorced himself of all ties to Daniel Kinahan.
Yeah, he's playing the game. He's playing the political game. If there's money involved, Bob is in. Trust me.
They talking about sanctioning this dude. So if this dude is knee deep in boxing, a lot of people money gonna get caught up.
Yeah.
So
no, he can't do nothing in America.
No, see, yeah.
No, he won't be able to play. He won't be able to play in America.
That Haney fight, now, for all intents and purposes, Haney could be linked to him. So I see people that try to sneak out there and be like, "Bud, stay away," like you want to. But I already told you guys, and Fred saw it for himself. Bud is signed with Intrabox, which is now Bally's, and Bally's is now Fox Sports. Mm-hmm. It is what it is.
Yeah.
All this, and you said yourself, you talked to your connect. He was never signed to PBC. Mm-hmm. So if he never was signed to PBC, he couldn't have turned down an offer to fight Keith Thurman through PBC.
Right.
Y'all need to cut the shit. You know what I'm saying?
Cut the shit. Cut the shit.
In my definitely black voice.
and part two to that, just to elevate, it was like how the conversation that I have. Bob Arum was a racist in January because of Terrence Crawford, right?
Mm-hmm.
And now he's accepted because of Devin Haney. You get what I'm saying? Like the lack of consistencies. And that's what I dealt with when I was like on the road covering the sport. I'm like, hold up, like I thought we were going. Oh, now we agreeing with him because it's our favorite fighter and shit like that. So I just pull back and I stay quiet, and Yeah. So, but yeah, man, it's what's so funny.
No, I was just tripping because you tried to tell him.
Yeah, I mean, all I do is be the information highway, because if you hear something that forces them to even like question it, like, okay, damn, they gonna walk the other way. Hell no, I'm not lifting that veil. Hell no, I'm not doing it. No way.
You even try to drop some nuggets with the current situation that Devin Haney find himself in. We different, Fred, when we be talking about some of the things that you be trying to drop the nuggets on, is I think you give these people abilities that they may not have. You know what I'm saying? Like, because you talk like all you got to do is, Fred, God gave you that gift. He ain't give it to everybody. You know what I'm saying? So it don't always work like that. I always take that into a factor. Like if you look at Tank Davis right now, can you honestly say right now today that he has the wherewithal to negotiate business for himself as a free agent?
I wouldn't trust him in the negotiations. No.
Not even me right now for him to even assemble a team. I say never, but I don't even go that far. Can he get a good team?
He can get a good team.
Business-wise.
Yeah, I think Al is good, but Al isn't great anymore because he's not an outsider. When Al came in, he was an outsider, right? He was a revolutionary. Like everyone outwardly hated him because he was upset in the market. And now he's conformed. So now he's just like terribly dependent upon the networks and ticket sales now. And but he literally had a chance to be like Malcolm X, from a fiscal standpoint in boxing. He had a chance to be a revolutionary in the sport, but he conformed, and he couldn't outlast the Bob Arum plan, the Bob Arum Act. Bob Arum has such a stronghold on this sport. It's insane, man. It's insane, man. When you look at all these moves that these fighters make and these promoters do, yeah, he has such a stronghold on this.
Well, he ain't gonna never get there. I'm talking about Al Heyman when he run his the boxing business kind of like a hedge fund. That's not what it was meant to do. Right. In the hedge fund companies, you have silent donators or people who put in the money. And I noticed a lot of people are starting to say, well, PBC is not affiliated with Daniel Kinahan.
Right.
He may be.
Right.
Daniel put his money in everything.
Right.
So you never know. But he public enemy number one, and if they got to get to him through his affiliation, they gonna get him. You know what I'm saying? Tank Davis, you think he should take that offer with Oscar?
Hell no. Hell no. If you gonna go to Oscar, you might as well go to Bob. Like, man, hell no.
Why you say that, Fred?
Hell, I heard you too. Hell no. Maybe he should consider it. Nah. Oscar ain't got no money, ain't got no marketing, he has minimum power. He's like Floyd, basically. He ain't got shit. He ain't got nothing. Oscar and Floyd ain't got no influence.
Oscar got he got a network he can work with Matchroom and Eddie. They can put on pay-per-view shows.
Man, Eddie got no respect for Oscar. None. You see what he did with Canelo? Hell no.
I be thinking that he just got to make his contract specific, because he not today. I ain't saying it tomorrow or next year, but today Tank is not in no kind of position to run no business move. He's just not.
Yeah, but Oscar's not consistent though. Oscar is gonna relapse, and he gonna be sniffing in the press conference and wiping his nose. And nah, I'm serious. I've seen it. Like, this ain't Fred like BSing. I'm like, damn, how many times you gonna wipe your nose, Oscar?
Till they get all that white stuff out.
You know what I mean? Like, yeah, follow Miss T, Boxing Talk, Boxing Fans Talk TV, man. And
y'all help me get some subs. Get my algorithm up.
Yeah, facts. And but nah, hell no. Hell no. I think that would be worse. He might as well stay with he might as well. Dude, yo, if you want to see an outburst, man, Golden Boy ain't got no love over there. Man, no love. They barely, hell no. Stay with Floyd if you're gonna go to Oscar. And honestly, if Tank do 15,000 and Ryan do 15,000, he ain't got to sign with nobody. He's a free agent. So he ain't got to pay nobody.
I don't think he'll have much success as a free agent. Not today.
But he can do the Ryan Garcia fight as a free agent. Because
maybe one fight deal. Maybe one fight deal. Now Ryan did. I give him that. I mean, and Ryan, if you look up his net worth, he's worth $10 million.
Wow, that's
so
impressive.
We can say what we want to say about him. The motherfucker got money. That's probably why he lackluster in his approach to boxing.
Right.
I believe that guy he fought was a high school track coach or Uber driver. That shit was a setup.
Was it really?
I feel like it was. Because you know what tells me that was a setup? Ryan, with no hesitation, didn't give a care what that boy hit him with. He was walking straight in.
Wow.
That told me everything I need to know right there. Ryan knew he could beat that guy. And the dimensions between them two. They was like, oh, the guy, his reach is long. No, the fuck it ain't. If it was wrong, he'd have caught Ryan leaning back because he still got that chin up in the air. But I give Ryan this. At the end, he spoke some true words. I had no intentions of, fighting those fights. I'm going to stop calling out and blah, 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 blah. Hey, maybe Joe Guzin is rubbing off on. And shout out to Joe Guzin with the comb over. That shit was. He's
going bald. Joe Guzin going bald.
To my knowledge, I've never seen his bald head. But when you put a part down there by your ears and comb all that shit up over the top, usually means when you're going bald. But he got some gray hair.
He dyes his hair a funny color. You know what I mean?
I like the thickness and the texture of it. And to be considered his age, I bet when he was young, he had some gray hair.
Yeah, I guess so. I don't know. But,
now to this Devin Haney and
just go to Michael Nunn. If you go to those Michael Nunn old fights, you'll see him.
Oh, okay. He looked like he had swagger in his day.
Probably did.
What's his name? The boy Devin Haney and George Cambosa. I like how you broke that down just now, Fred, because you know what? One of Devin's attributes, is he's consistent.
Right.
He's consistent and he's relentless. See, and Errol has that with him too. But Devin has that. And if he consistent and continue, like you say, to box him from the outside, I think he could beat down Cambosos because what's his name? Devin has a will. He has a will to win. You're not gonna break his will very easy. But they write about George. George is a very crafty, sneaky fighter.
Yep.
And George hit, because Devin, it's like this, and I don't mean no harm and disrespect. Bill, if you listen, I don't mean no harm and disrespect. Devin, to me, comes off like he thinks he's indestructible. And Fred, I don't know, you tell me.
I've never thought that.
Coming off like that. He does sometimes. Because it's almost like no matter what you do, I'm going to walk through. No, Devin. No. No. Like you said, there's attributes they got and some flaws they got. That's every fighter. Every fighter got that. And George is that kind of fighter that will find that in you. And he will exact a lot of charge up on you for that. I mean, George will find that and he will exploit it to the fullest. That's what his gift is that I see in George Cambosos. You know what I'm saying? So they both got their gifts, and then just how it's all going to play out. We guarantee 2 fights. It's to George's favor in both fights. And then that third fight, people keep talking about Lomachenko. Lomachenko might not even be the same after that war. You hear about Usyk losing 22 pounds. the first week of the war. Stress in war is a motherfucker.
Mm.
If you ain't never been through it, you know, you probably don't understand it. So I like your breakdown. If Devin stay consistent and stay boxing him no matter what, you know, and be on the lookout because George is tricky, then I think I got Devin winning and all that. I do.
Yeah, Devin's gonna win. Devin's gonna win.
Yeah, but I don't like you. The only thing I give him, as far as you talked about the bad, you know, contract he found himself in right now, the only reprieve I give him is that he's young. He's young, and he got time to, you know, correct some wrongs. But you know, if he don't learn from this situation, you know, I know it's his first, you know, cherry, so to speak. He get an opportunity to get undisputed, so he's gonna he gave himself the ultimate sacrifice. You know, he let go of a lot of stuff that he already had. But you can't run that back, Devin. You can't do that no more. Going forward, you know, you're gonna have to business as usual until your contract run out, and then going forward, you know, don't do that again. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, but that's gonna be very interesting. So you fly into that?
Oh no. I'll be watching that at home.
Did you?
Hell no. Oh, you talking about
Devin Haney's and
oh no, I wish him well though. Hell no, I'm not getting on the plane for 14 hours. Hell no. 17, whatever it is.
Do y'all know about the Zone now starting to charge people for pay-per-view and
Yeah.
your subscription?
Yeah.
They should have gave people who been with them from day one a reprieve, like grandfathered in. But you know, I think they're gonna lose subscribers with that.
Oh, no doubt about it.
Did you hear about the charges with JoJo Diaz?
Yeah, talk about that because I failed to talk about that yesterday. Can you?
Yeah, he doesn't have criminal charges, y'all. So to be clear, he has a civil lawsuit for $150K for attempted coercion of a minor. That means he was trying to get pussy from a minor. Okay, simply put.
Did he know?
Here's the thing: he used to date the girl's sister. That to me stuck out. But you know, his dad and him blame it on a drunken mistake. Nah, nigga.
Nah. You ain't about that. So he knew she was 17.
He had to know. If he dated her sister before, he had to know. I just feel like how many times this got to happen to you guys before you guys say, I ain't falling into that rabbit hole. I just don't get it, Fred.
I don't either.
What is up with that? You got to actually go through it to believe that shit can happen. I don't get it. You know, you just have to look at him like, yeah, you're a pervert. You know what I'm saying? Oddly enough, ESPN reported it. They was on Snapchat. And to all y'all fellas looking and listening, look, Snapchat do have grown people on it, but you have to say in your head, it's mostly little girls. You're going to have to say that. That is not a place that women dwell. Like multiple women. And sometimes they go in there to do a TikTok or whatever. But it's mostly young girls. So if you're in Snapchat trying to make a booty call, that's your own apparel. You know what I'm saying? But she filed criminal charges the year later. So when he was trying to get that ass, it was September 2020. She filed charges September 2021. And she filed criminal complaint. It didn't merit enough charges to, charge him. So he never got criminal charges brought against him. But he used to date her older sister. That tells it all for me. Nothing he can fucking say. And you can't be mad at the girl because it do look like at this point it's a money grab because she got to be about 19 now, at least. But here's the thing. JoJo gave her that power.
Right. Good point. Yep.
Don't point the finger at the girl. That man gave her that power. His attorney saying everything is all alleged. So that's how we got to say it. But, you know, I did like JoJo after the Ryan fight because you know they was going around the table asking, "Is Ryan ready for the big guys at 135?"
What do you say?
JoJo was like, "Hell no!" Nah. I'm gonna put my stake on it. The way I heard it was like, "Hell no, nah, that motherfucker ain't ready for no top tier fighter. We'll beat the shit out of him." That's what I heard. What he actually said is, "No, he ain't ready for it. He ain't got no heart." So, I mean, it is what it is. But yeah, JoJo Diaz, man, you looking real crazy out here. And y'all, man, stop with that. I ain't know she was a little girl. Bullshit a lot of. Stop with that shit, please. You know, but he gonna have to run her some money. He gonna pay them court fees and that civil suit damages. He gonna probably pay more than $150K.
Oh,
I'm sure.
Well, it's his fault.
In the end of the day, Yaya Mayweather, I'm just telling you these hot ticket items. Yaya Mayweather, she had her court date today for aggravated assault. That girl name was LaPatra Lachey Jacobs. You know, she was a baby mom. They list her as like a baby mama of Yaya baby daddy. The prosecutors, oddly enough, is suggesting like 6 months probation, community service, and restitution, or a combination of all of them. The restitution stuck out to me because, you know, the Mayweather's going to throw money at it. But that's a serious assault. And I do believe she was pregnant when that happened. I don't know what happened to the baby. I don't want to speak too soon outside of my neck. But that ain't nothing to play with. She got to go back to court June 16th.
Oh, so, June?
Yeah, she had court today. And she pleaded guilty. So she has to go back June 16th for sentencing.
I thought it was June. Okay.
And last but not least, Dillian White.
What happened? What was going on with him?
Apparently, Fred, there was a clause 11 in his contract that you must actively promote the fight in your social media. I didn't know that. I didn't know that those be in contracts. And, you know, Dillian went catatonic on them motherfuckers. And he made Frank Warren nervous because, you know, a week ago or so, Frank was like, yo, we got to stand by. Because we don't know if this motherfucker going to, you know, get out here. But you know that pomp and circumstance that Tyson Fury take you through, Dillian ain't allowed that. Because technically, y'all, Dillian made, well, however we feel about taco meat, Dillian made several title eliminators for the WBC. And by their rules, the split should have been 55-45. And they didn't give it to him. Bob Arum and Frank Warren fucked him. So Dillian was like, I'm going silent. And Frank Warren, you know, tried to make him feel bad. Like, we got to stand by. And Dillian, he came out and said, hey, looking forward to seeing y'all on the date. That was, hey, he did it on social media. So he obligated his clause 11 in the contract. That's all he said. But other than that, he been silent. So I hope he beat the brakes off of Tyson, but I don't care either way. You buying that fight, Fred?
Which one?
Dillian and Tyson. What's up, Kyle?
It's on pay-per-view?
What's up?
Yeah, that's what they said. I read
I'm gonna watch it.
First they said it was ESPN, but now they said it's gonna be charged. I don't know. You know, they be going back and forth.
Yeah, it's gonna be on pay-per-view here.
Man, he got his Errol gear on. Look at Kyle.
Fight week, goddammit.
I see. Why your boy ain't on the list?
What list?
The VADA list. Errol Spence.
I don't know. Shit.
Ugas on there. Having tested and passed with flying colors. Y'all don't got an answer for that.
I don't know. Shit, you don't think he's gonna take? He ain't never. He take tests all the time. You don't think he's gonna take a test?
I went back as far as November, Kyle. He ain't been on the list since then. I didn't go back beyond November. Tank Davis been on there. He ain't even a WBC champion. Ain't even in line for one. And Tank took it. I would tell you Oscar Valdez and Shakur Stevenson took it several times. Tyson Fury took it 3 times. Dillian White took it a couple of times. These fights is coming up. in regards to the WBC, a lot of people went on ahead and took it. But as of today, we don't have no, I don't see it. Maybe I missed it. I'll keep going back and checking. Maybe they just haven't released it yet. Let me be optimistic. I don't know, but that's not lost on me that the Jordanus Ugas made it to the test.
Yeah. Someone in the chat says that put the link in the chat so people can go through it and because you said you have the link. Put the link and
Okay.
or send it to me as a private message so I can post it. Brian C says that VADA tests both fighters equally.
Well, they got results for Jordanus, none with Errol.
And what are the results?
Jordanus passed. He's
when?
This just came out in March. I'm about to look up the thing right now. What they call it? BC Clean Boxing. It's called Clean Boxing Program. I've been on that list for showing it. I'm about to pull it up. Okay. I'm going to hit y'all with the link. Hopefully. Putting it in the chat, Fred.
It probably didn't go. I'm waiting for it right now.
There you go.
There they go. There they go. No, it didn't go through, so you got to send it to me.
Send it to your email?
No, just put it in the private chat right there on the side.
Okay.
People can do their own investigative work. And there
you go.
There they go. Yep, I got it. There they go. There they go.
And you just go in there and fiddle that around, and you'll see. They came out with 2 lists in the month of March, and I looked at it. I've tried to refresh the page and didn't see nothing. Didn't see his name.
Young Merv the Cut Man. What it do? I would think if Ugas just being pragmatic. If Ugas took the test, I would believe Errol took the test.
I do too, Fred. You know I think they said 39 people have taken the test. They don't have 39 people up there, so I'm thinking when they get their results, they release the name and the results. I just somebody need to put a rush on that.
Right. I'm
just
with it.
To be fair, because you know how narratives will start.
Yep, I'm with you. I'm not mad at you. Do your work. And this is WBC website, right?
Yeah, it looks like it's a WBC website.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, they be letting niggas pass like no tomorrow. These motherfuckers.
Yeah. You know who was on there a couple of times? Your boy Jermel Charlo. Got to give a shout out to him for that.
What the link? No, the list. Oh, the list is right here.
Yeah. Your boy Jermel Charlo. Castano wasn't on there.
I don't see the names.
Hold on, Fred.
I see the drugs, but I don't see the names. What's the link with the names?
This is the website. Let me go back. Let me see. Hold on.
Understand what doping is. Email.
You pulling down some of those tabs?
Which tab should I go to?
I don't know.
And I'll just put that link so people ain't gotta. They just one click away instead of.
Yeah. Let me see.
Thank you for taking the time to learn about the clean.
Yeah. I don't know, to be honest. When I pulled it up at first, it was the list there. So let me go back and just program list. All right. I think I might got it. See, this is an old list. I'm trying to get the latest. I'm trying to remember how I looked it up. Maybe I should put latest. It's right there. It should be.
I don't see the list of names.
That's all right, too. I should have kept it up on my thing.
Anyways, Miss T, when you get it, send it to me.
I'm in the chat. I'm gonna get it because I got it on my show 2 days ago. You can go look. I showed it. I showed it on my show. I don't know why it's not.
It's just maybe they update the main site. It's just the main site. It's not.
Yeah. But underneath it, it got a standard blur, and it should just have the list. But I'm gonna get it. I put it in the chat. But I'm gonna fall back. All right, Kyle.
Get some sources, man. Get some credible sources, man. We gotta see
Nigga,
this,
I
man.
got credible sources. Go look at my show.
Okay. Well, put the link in the chat then.
Nigga, I'm about to do that. I'm gonna hook up.
She's snapping. She's snappy today. She's snappy. I ain't mad at you.
That's why Al Heyman always interrupting your show, see, because you always doing this.
Al Heyman be fucking up. He be fucking with my internet and shit. And all kind of shit, man. I be like, damn, Al. My bad. I laid off on Al. Look, Fred, I've been giving him some compliments. Still ain't buying his shit till he rectified that situation with Terrence Crawford. But I've been giving him compliments like that Lubin card. That was pretty good, PBC. This weekend gonna be fire. I see why you wearing your Errol Spence gear, Kyle. This is probably the best card that PBC putting on.
Between this card?
Yeah, I think so.
I'm not excited about this card. I'm excited about one fight only.
Ah, man, the free fights all the way up to the pay-per-view. It'll be good. But let me go find it, Fred. I'll bring it back.
Okay. For sure.
All right. Thanks, Fred.
Yep, all the time. What's up,
Fight week, dog. It's fight week. Man, you see the midday workouts today, Fred?
I did.
My boy look ready to go right now.
He looks great. Man, he looks good. God. What they say, cut up like a bag of dope.
Telling you, boy. Yeah, I'm ready, man. I'm excited.
Yeah, he bad, man.
Shout out to Fred for giving us a record-breaking show last night, man.
Did your numbers do good?
Man, we ain't did them numbers in a minute, man.
Well, I got you, man, whenever you need me.
Tonight. No, I can't wear hats, man. I can't wear hats, dude. I was trying to do that. I can't wear hats, man.
I used to wear hats all the time. Now I can't wear them at all, neither. I wear them when I run. That's it.
I feel dumb with hats on. I ain't gonna even lie.
Yeah, that's it. I don't wear them much neither.
Yeah, man, that shit's funny as hell, dude. So what's new, man? What's new in the community?
Nothing. Just Andy Ruiz is going to Triller. Errol Spence media workout. Yaya's gonna get probation. And crime in New York going crazy. Crime in LA going crazy. I just saw a video. Crime in LA going crazy. You know. Yeah, it's yeah, I'm happy for. I'm excited for this fight though. I really am. Today is Wednesday, right? Okay, good. Tomorrow's Thursday. All right, good. That didn't need to be said, but I can't wait. I'm excited about this fight, man. When you leave, Friday?
Yeah, basically Saturday morning, damn near. So my flight is at 12:59. I'm gonna get to Dallas at like 2:35.
You can't get to Dallas at 2:35. You leave at 12.
No, you know I have another connecting flight. We talked about shit last night, Fred.
You get PM?
Yeah.
Oh, why'd you do that? Shit, man. Man.
That was the cheapest flight I can get.
Damn, I would have paid that extra 75. Fuck that.
There was the extra 200. Fuck that.
Yeah, you got to get the flight sooner. But anyways,
yeah,
no.
I told you what happened, man. I had my daughter and my son. Everything was all laid on the couch, and I fell asleep, and it was over with.
Mm-hmm.
I woke up too fucking. I woke up. Oh shit!
Damn, you got to sit in Denver for 8 hours.
I don't even know how long it's gonna be.
Basically 8 hours. Yeah, man. But anyways, you gonna get there. And you and Champion Heart going straight to the fight? Is that what y'all gonna do? He gonna pick you up?
Yeah, most likely. That's what I think we're gonna do.
Yeah. I saw the interview on the Pivot. I did see that. I like that interview. I really do. Hey, isn't it funny how all these now black men who were elites know they understand their mortality now, even though they work for ESPN and all these other networks, you know? Like now they know that they got to get an independent source of income, you know, to Pivot, Darius Miles and all them, all the smoke. But they're not, some of these guys are not truly independent, but you get what I'm saying. They still got network deals. Like even Brian Custard and stuff like that. COVID woke up a lot of people, dog. You know what I mean? Like damn, the shelf life on your jobs is not stable, man. You really got to have an independent source of income, you know. So it's yeah, it's that important. So yeah. So but yeah, man, it's fight week though. I'm excited. Errol looked in tremendous shape. Errol couldn't wait to take his shit off. He's like, oh, he know he gonna have he know everybody gonna be like, yo.
You already said though, Fred.
What'd he say?
He said, I feel better than I look.
Yeah, I like that line. He said that. Yeah. I'm happy for him. I'm happy that he's back. I'm happy that he made a full recovery. He has his life. And I said this before. This is the first time that I see a sense of ownership in him, like a sense of like this is my shit. Like I'm here. You know what I mean? Like I can carry. I am the torch. You know. So.
I mean, I love Ugas, but he got an ass for coming, man.
It's gonna be a good fight. And Ugas is the third best welterweight in the world, and he's a tough out.
Yeah, so I ain't gonna lie, Fred. Man, my boy ain't look like that in a long time.
Who, Errol?
And he got the fucking shag.
Yeah, it's go.
You know. I've been asking for that shag for a long time, Fred. You know that.
You have. I'm excited, man. It's boxing's been good the past 2 weeks, man. Got a lot of momentum now. You know, a lot of momentum. Hopefully, we keep it. And next week is the 23rd, so we got Tyson Fury. People gonna be interested in that fight next week. Who else fights next week? Conor Ben fights this week too, right?
Nothing matters, man, but Errol Spence. I'm be honest with you. I don't know.
Dre, where was she at? Huh? I told Kennedy knocked out. No, I told him before the show, right? I said, I said, weekend at 9:00, y'all go to bed. Oh my God. Oh man, this is funny. She downstairs knocked out in front of the TV. Anyways, man, spring break. That's what it is.
Hey, it's 9:00 though. You said be in bed, huh? She went to bed.
She took a nap. She'll wake up tomorrow. But yeah.
Yeah, man.
But yeah, you ready? You got to start your show. So let's get the hell out of here.
Oh shit, man. You know how we do.
Uh-huh.
Damn, man. I ain't get enough. I ain't get to really chop it up with my guy, man. But
I'll be.
I gotta tell you what happened to me though. Before we go.
Yeah, what happened?
Cause we had a nigga today, man. We had to go hands on. I had to slam me a nigga today, man. The worst part about it was this nigga had shit on him, cuz. So you know what that means for Kyle Davis?
What does that mean?
I got shit on me, cuz.
Yeah, you went straight to the shower.
So I threw the whole fucking outfit away, Fred. I threw the look. I lost a hoodie. I had just put just a new work shirt that I had just put on today. Work pants, everything, trash. So look, we got him hemmed up, right, Fred? I'm gonna tell you, shit was so funny. Had him hemmed up, and I had my arm on his neck, right? He goes, man, y'all trying to George Foreman me? Y'all trying to George Foreman me? Man, that shit was funny as hell, dog. You don't give a fuck, Fred. You hear nigga? Did you hear what I said?
Yeah, John George. I was listening. Miss T sent me something, so I was going to go look for it. She said she sent me something.
You see, trying to George Foreman me, not George Floyd, George Foreman.
Oh, that's funny. That's funny.
Man, keep your funny suckers next, man. In the words of the great philosopher DB Fredro, play the song, Fred.
No, not a problem. Not a problem.
Millions and millions of people. Me and my team.
Someone sent me the betting odds.
Sam Watson and his team. We're going to stand together.
Let me tell you guys what the betting odds are.
Come this way before, travel through open door. Circumstances navigate the path, and life happened all so fast. No, it got lonely. Sometimes you see, I know we couldn't make it, even when I'm off beat. I still
minus 550 plus 360.
nothing can shake me, 'cause I know life.
Thanks, Aunt. Appreciate you. I'm gonna bet on this fight.
And destined to be. I'm not ready to give up. I believe in the miracle of life. Life's a play for no rehearsal. Learn quickly, they'll come for your role. Games to play, can't take it personal. 'Cause the devil is a liar. I'm telling you the truth. It's only what you do.
Some things you got. Peoples Hernandez, what it do? When much expected, much is given. Yes.
You can be the best if you go the distance. Mix a little sweat with your persistence.
Did you see the teaser to the trailer?
We gotta wait. What's that? Shit, tomorrow, ain't it?
Friday.
Yeah.
I'm gonna drop it on Friday, baby. Friday at maybe 12 o'clock. Oh, man. Can't believe I did a film with a cast of that caliber. Insane. Yeah. Yeah, man. Yeah. So it's what? Oh, you got Relationship Wednesday, huh?
Women's Wednesday. Yeah.
That's what's up. What's up, Champion Heart? Brother Cole, appreciate y'all, man. D. Patton Bird, man. Carlos, Peoples Hernandez, as always, man. Good night, Miss T. 7 dudes. You got 9th round TKO. Skills from New Orleans. Brian, appreciate it. D. Will, KB, Corey Taylor, Josh, Obama, appreciate you. I'm saying Nardi, appreciate you, man. We getting out of here. All in what you do, hey. Things you got to do, hey. Love y'all, man. Thursday is our last show to the fight.
Peoples Hernandez.
I might do a show Friday night. I don't know. What time you going at 10 o'clock on Friday, huh? You going earlier on Friday, huh?
Show Friday.
Yeah. You do your car show though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but you're gonna be talking about Earl though, right?
I'm not gonna have it. I'm getting a flight. Trying to get on the flight.
Oh, duh. Yeah, you leave at midnight. Okay. All right. Appreciate y'all, man. Maybe Blue Blood and I should do a show together Friday. That'll be dope. Guess we come on at the same time. All right. Love y'all, man. Peace. I'll holler at them.